Shalom, y'all. So we have a story about a woman named Kyle Roth. She was famous on TikTok, and she died at 36 years old. And she was known for celebrity gossip. She was known for celebrity gossip. She was known for exposing the industry. She was known for exposing things in Hollywood. She even talked about the P. Diddy situation. And, she pretty much was a truth seeker and a conspiracy theorist. And remember, the term conspiracy theorist was a term made by the popular CIA to stop critical thinkers from asking questions about the JFK assassination. In a memo called Countering Criticism of the Warren Report, the CIA set out to make the term conspiracy theorist a weapon used against anyone who questioned the government's secret activities and programs. Conspiracy theorists are people who pretty much questions the statements of known liars. Alright? So, she was a conspiracy theorist. She was a truth seeker. And a lot of her TikTok stories was about crimes. It was up-to-date stuff. A lot of celebrity scandal situations. You know what I'm saying? She was on it. So, her sister Lindsay Roth reported that her sister died last week, and they did not reveal the cause of death. Now, Kyle Roth had more than 200,000 followers on TikTok. Excuse me for sounding like this. I was sneezing before I even started this video. Spring is here, so excuse me. My apologies. So, she had 200,000 followers on TikTok, and she posted several times a week. And she posted about crimes and scandals. And this is what I tell y'all. When you are a person who seeks truth, post truth, bring in awareness, and shine light on the dark, the Matrix does not like that. They don't like that at all. And they will begin to watch you. As soon as y'all unplug from this Matrix, you will become a person of interest to them, because they will begin to see how many people begin to follow and subscribe to you. Yeah, that's what they do. And when they begin to see that you are beginning to have an influence and you are influencing people, they take notice. And that's why they keep an eye on you very hard. Especially with the stuff you post, especially with the videos that you put out with your content creations, all of your content creators. When y'all start posting stuff like that, truth, seeking truth, when you start posting things on social media and YouTube, they watch. And then they see, this person's subscribers is going up. Look at this person's social media. People are following. So they keep an eye, because they be like, this person's an influencer right here. They watch. And RZA said it the best about this kind of stuff that happens, RZA. And he said, when you get to a certain level and a high level of influence as a artist, an entertainer, an athlete, a multimillionaire, a billionaire, even a content creator. When you start, having a high level of influence, he said where anything you say can change the perception, change the direction of the masses and what they're gonna do and what they want to do. And he also said that That's power, and that's also dangerous at the same time. And he was on a podcast speaking about how powerful and dangerous it is to be how how powerful and dangerous it can be when you are an influencer. And he was pretty much talking about Kanye. You know, we know how Kanye was when he had those outbursts, and when he was saying, that they can't control him. He didn't sacrifice nobody. We know the rants when Kanye was on Kanye mode, when he was saying what he was saying. So that podcast was about that, and then he brought up, if you're a person with high influence, if you're an influencer and your subscribers is up and you speak in a certain way, it's power, but it's dangerous. So yeah, you know, and he also said that they put a handler next to Kanye to keep him in check. Hence the gang stalking out here. When only unplugged from this matrix. You truth seekers. And RZA is a motivational speaker. He's a international activist. He's a doctor. He's a researcher, and he's an entrepreneur. And he's also a best-selling author as well. You know, he speaks. He also speaks out on human trafficking, organ harvesting. RZA has pretty good topics, and he also brings things to light too. You know, become wise by walking with the wise. Proverbs chapter 13, verse 20. So, this influencer with 200,000 followers, and her content was on crimes, celebrity scandals, celebrity gossip, talked about P. Diddy situation, any type of situation, and not only celebrity but crimes as well. She shined things into the light. She was a truth seeker and was bringing, shining light and bringing in awareness. And unfortunately, this woman passed away at 36 years old. I heard a honk in between that. And she was a truth seeker and a truth teller. So Jennifer Lopez is under fire after fans accuse her of causing TikToker Kyle Roth's death. The plot twists. Now Kyle Roth also talked about Puff Daddy's sex trafficking, right? Allegations. And there's also a video out of Diddy naming people on this list. He was dropping names. And JLO's name was called out on that list as well. Her name got called out. So fans seem to believe that Jennifer Lopez played a role in the devastating loss. That's what Kyle Roth's fans believe. I'm going to use the word allegedly here. But her fans believe that Jennifer Lopez played a role in the devastating loss. Earlier this week, news broke that Kyle, who was best known for sharing celebrity gossip, had died, and JLO had her banned from her own platform after Kyle discussed her Amazon Prime video documentary. So days leading up to Kyle Roth's passing, publicly voiced frustrations over social media account being banned due to strikes against content featuring footage from JLo's film, The Greatest Love Story Never Told. So, in an interview with Forbes, Kyle Roth expressed how she felt JLo's actions had severely impacted her livelihood, attributing significant financial losses to this singer's alleged actions. So Kyle's comments about the potential consequence of her financial struggles on her health further fueled speculations, raising concerns about the toll that online toxicity may have taken on her mental well-being. She even went as far as putting some blame on Jennifer Lopez before her passing. And she said on social media, if I die of colon cancer, it's on her. Allegedly, Jennifer Lopez got Kyle's main page shut down. So keep in mind, JLO had already been allegedly exposed for being into Santeria. Allegedly. She's been known to be into Santeria. Now, allegedly, she has a madrina in Miami. And madrina means godmother. So she has a godmother in Miami, a madrina, that she consults with wherever she wants to put voodoo on someone. Was Kyle Roth not able to make money since her page got shut down, allegedly by Jennifer Lopez? And she was also battling colon cancer. So, did Jennifer Lopez allegedly do voodoo on Kyle Roth to make her sick? Was it her shutting down her page because of these kind of situations? Or did Jennifer Lopez do voodoo on Kyle Roth? And voodoo is what got this girl murdered. Dead. I'm going to use the word allegedly here. This is what makes you think. Out of the box thinkers. Think. When you see stories like this, you just can't just go, okay, I'm going to just follow what this article says. No. Yeah, you got to start thinking out the box. You go, okay, there's a little situation here. JLO ain't like what this girl was saying about her. Shut down her page. And then we also know that this is also spiritual warfare. There are witches, there are warlocks. People can cast spells, do magic, dark magic on people. Spiritual warfare. So it was like, okay, this girl, she was sick already. And she wasn't able to pay to get doctor's appointments or whatever she needed to get done. She couldn't get paid anymore because her page got shut down. And then it's like, okay, was that the reason? Or did JLo go to her madrina in Miami to do Santeria and do allegedly voodoo on this woman? And voodoo is what got this girl dead. Because this happens. So, there's a movie, okay? There's a movie called The Believers. And this movie came out in 1987. And it's a horror / mystery genre. And this movie, because we know how Hollywood loves to put the truth in your face. Well, The Believers, this movie that came out in 1987, it showed you exactly how voodoo can be put on people without even being in the same room. Yeah. So that her death is pretty interesting. It's an interesting death. That's an interesting story. Because it's like, okay, you see her story, and then it's like, all right, this girl, she was not only a conspiracy theorist, but a lot of her stories, a lot of her topics was about crime, celebrity gossip, scandals. She was keeping y'all updated with the P. Diddy situation. She was seeking truth teller. And then she got into this little quarrel with Jennifer Lopez. And then her page gets shut down. And then she also goes on social media before passing away and says, if I die of colon cancer, it's on her. And then this girl died at 36 years old. And then it's like, okay, was it that the page got shut down and you couldn't have enough money to pay for, you know what I'm saying, for your appointments, to keep yourself, fine? Or did JLo really allegedly go to Miami to her aunt, her godmother, to do some Santeria voodoo on this woman? And that's the thing about it is, y'all gotta be careful because spiritual warfare is real. And you know, what I want to say is, y'all really gotta stay prayed up because you got a lot of witches. You got a lot of witches. You got a lot of warlocks out here. You got a lot of we already know that demons also as well. We know that draconians or reptilians, they are walking among us, shape shifting into humans, looking like people too. So we know that there's a lot going on in this world from the unseen. So what y'all need to do, like what y'all need to understand is that there are a lot of witches and there's a lot of people out here that they doing witchcraft on people. That happens. Voodoo dolls. They have people's pictures on shrines. You got some people, you got some witches, some warlocks walking past people, throwing fluid on them, little fluids on people, or being next to people with a pin, stabbing somebody, and somebody just, it feels like a mosquito bite, something really quick and small, just to capture the blood on that and then put it away in their pocket to do blood rituals. That's real. That's real. And if this girl who sadly passed away was not spiritual, yes, she was seeking truth teller. She was keeping y'all updated on TikTok with stories, okay, shining light on darkness. And I told y'all, the news and the media, your local news and your media, is not gonna cover these kind of stories. They're not. That's why I told y'all, YouTube, TikTok, social media is the real news, and you're gonna get stuff that your local news and media will know about, but they will never push it out. So you're gonna find it on YouTube and TikTok. Now it makes sense why they want to ban TikTok. So this girl who sadly passed away, this woman, if she wasn't spiritual, then she I'm gonna use the word allegedly, because I don't know if you know what I'm saying. Allegedly, if JLo did voodoo on this girl, then that's what happened. And that's why I told y'all better get spiritual. Y'all better get spiritual out here, because people are literally casting spells on people, doing witchcraft on people, doing black magic on people. Your pictures is on somebody's shrine. They're doing prayers on that. Blood rituals. There's a whole bunch of things. Y'all walking past people, and there's probably a witch and a warlock beside you, throwing something on you, a fluid. You're cursed now. You don't even know. You're cursed. A quick jab you just to collect your blood is real. All y'all want to be spitting on the floor. Somebody watch that, run up to that spit, collect it. Now they gonna do witchcraft with your saliva. That's how deep it is, man. So y'all gotta get spiritual. Y'all gotta get spiritual. And this story is interesting because this woman, she passed away. So it's like, okay, did this woman pass away because she couldn't have enough, because her funding stopped because JLo allegedly got her page shut down because JLo was in her feelings? Or did this girl die because JLo allegedly did voodoo work on this girl for her to die? That's what makes this interesting. Gotta start thinking. Spiritual warfare. Now, if somebody, and that's how deep this gets, that people don't have to run up on you. and just gun you down. Somebody don't have to run up on you and stab you. No, if they want to, they'll be like a coward and they'll do some witchcraft. They'll do some work, voodoo dolls, and they'll make you. They do some work. Next thing you know, you got a sickness, you got an illness. You're going to a doctor to find out what's wrong with you. The doctor don't even know what's going on with you, and you having a certain illness because the work was done on you, and they're killing you slowly like that. That's how deep this gets. People go to graves. Hello. People go to graves. They dig bodies out. And if a person that they dug the body out had a sickness, they're going to take that powder, sprinkle it over your picture or your name, and next thing you know, you got this disease, or whatever this person has is now transferred to you. They got a voodoo doll of you, and if they wishing death on you, yeah, that's what happens. So y'all better get spiritual, because this is a spiritual warfare. And you stick with the Most High. And this is why you rebuke and you break contracts. You break seals in Yeshua's name. You rebuke it in his name, and it's done. See, witches and warlocks and all them, they know who to mess with. They know who to mess with. They know who to mess with. But I'm going to tell y'all, if y'all know how to rebuke, if y'all know how to break, bind, reverse the work, they're not going to mess with you. Yeah, they're going to try to do stuff to you. But if you know how to break stuff, send it back. They're not going to mess with you. They might try, but they're not going to mess with you. Because with you knowing how to break things in Yeshua's name, rebuking and flipping it and reversing it, with you, who knows, the work is being sent back to them. The work is being sent back to them, or whoever they asked to do the work for, and they burying people. That's how deep this get. This is a spiritual warfare, y'all. It's real. It's real. There's literally witches and there's literally warlocks out here. So let that be a lesson to y'all. Witches and y'all warlocks, the bad ones that want to do magic and cast spells on people. Y'all want to do work on people, casting them, put sickness on them, put death on them, having these people in a trance to fall in love with you, doing things. Yeah, y'all better watch out, especially with those who know how to break those works, because you already know what's up with those that work is broken. It goes back to you 10 times harder, or your loved one, and they burying people. That's why spiritual warfare is real, and that's why y'all gotta know how to rebuke, how to break in Yeshua's name. Rebuke it, bind it, break contracts, break seals. Pray for a hedge of protection around you and your family as well, especially before you go outside into the world. Once you put a hedge of protection, there's going to be a fire around you, and ain't no witch, ain't no warlock going to be next to you and going to try to throw some fluid on you or try to break in between and try to do things to you. No. But with individuals like that, spiritual carnal, who don't know what's going on, yeah, they're going to do witchcraft on you. They're going to do magic. They're going to do spells. And yes, witchcraft can go as deep as to kill you. So I'm going to go like, it's like this with this story. It's like this with this story. Because this woman was a truth teller, a truth seeker, and her post was nothing about, it was all about crimes. It was all about celebrity gossip, scandals, P. Diddy situation, the alleged sex trafficking. She was on point with things. Then she got into a little situation with JLO. Her page gets banned. She was sick with colon cancer. And she goes on social media and says, if I die of colon cancer, it's on JLO, because her page got banned. And then, see, this is why it's like this, because then on this side, JLO has been exposed allegedly for Santeria, and JLO's madrina does Santeria, and she goes to her for that. So it was like, okay, this woman died. Did she die because of the page that got banned, and she didn't have enough money to pay, you know what I'm saying, to heal herself and get stuff that she needed? Or, if it wasn't for this, did JLO do voodoo and went to her madrina to do some Santeria work? and that woman died because of voodoo. You see, it's like this. Makes you think. So when it comes to stories like this, y'all also gotta understand this is spiritual warfare, and people are doing witchcraft and spells on people. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, that's why you gotta pray for you and your children. Okay? Because they are doing magic, they're doing spells, they're doing curses on you. And it's either to put you in a trance, to fall in love with them, to put sickness on you, or death, or worse. You know? So they know who to mess with and they know who not to mess with. So y'all stay prayed up, pray for a hedge of protection, rebuke, bind in Yeshua's name, break contracts, burn seals, break it all. Because demons ain't stronger than angels. Because these witches and these warlocks, the demons that they summon to do these dark works on people, the evil that they summon is the same fallen angels that were once angels that had a war in heaven against God and the angels, and they lost that war and got thrown down here. They're fallen angels. So these witches and these warlocks that do dark magic, the bad ones out here, they call these demons the fallen angels to do these kind of works. And if you don't know nothing about spiritual warfare, and if you don't know nothing about protecting yourself and your loved ones, the magic and spells and curses is going to hit you. But if you are a person who's in prayer with Yeshua, knows how to rebuke, bind, break contract seals, reverse things, the angels that beat these fallen angels, they're on your side. They're going to destroy their works. They're going to destroy it. And that's why they know who to mess with. That's why they know who to mess with. And that's why when your energy's high, your frequency's high, it bothers them. It don't even matter who's the most powerfulest warlock, who's the most powerfulest witch. Their powers is not better than God and these angels. It's not. And the Most High protects you, especially when you know what's up and what's going on. That's why these witches out here, these warlocks and these witches, y'all better watch out for those that know what's up. Yeah. Because when they want to do some magic and spells, and when you start feeling something, you be like, hold up, there's a job. When they try to mess with a spiritual person and somebody's figuring out right away, wait a minute, somebody is trying to do some work on me. Now you start praying. Now you start rebuking. Now you start breaking contracts. You start breaking seals. You start reversing things. You start breaking contracts and seals of astral projection, out-of-body contracts. You know how many those cords that being cut. You know how many witches and warlocks is dying once that cord is cut. The cord is cut. They can't even go back into their body. They're burying so many people. So it's getting reversed. Yeah, they know who to mess with and who not to. They know. So this is why y'all gotta stay prayed up. Yeah, even if y'all content create, even if y'all start doing what y'all do, still stay in prayer, because magic is real. It's real. And people do evil with magic too. Some people have bad intentions with it. Yeah. And that's where you got to stay in prayer. So yeah, with this story, it's like this. It's like this. It's like this. This hand right here is, did she die because of the page that, her page got shut down because of JLO, allegedly because of JLO. Did it get shut down because of that? And she couldn't have enough money to pay for whatever she needed and she died this way? Or this hand, did JLO allegedly go to her madrina in Miami to do some santeria and voodoo work on this woman and she died that way? Either way, this woman is dead. And either way, she had beef with JLO. And the last thing she said was, if I die of colon cancer, it's on her. So yeah, it's either or. So I'm just bringing this to light, this story. It's an interesting story, but it's a sad story at the same time. And it's like, damn. If only this woman was more spiritual. If she was spiritual, she could have broke that, rebuked it, sent it back. Literally. But if she was not spiritual, she was carnal, doing what she does, and she got hit with some magic and spells, and it got her. And that's what happens with people who are not spiritual. They get hit with work, and they don't even know. But when you're spiritual, and they try to do it on you, you're going to feel something, and that's when you already start praying and rebuking. Even on the regular. Even if you don't feel anything, you're still praying and rebuking and breaking things, not only on yourself, but on people you love and your family too. You're breaking stuff over them too, and protecting them as well. So all of y'all, pray for a hedge of protection. A hedge of protection, okay? Ask the Most High to put a hedge of protection over you. Even when you go outside, even in your house, even on your family, even in the children in your family, your own children too. Pray for a hedge of protection. And when you ask for a hedge of protection, you're going to be encamped with fire. Okay? Yes, the angels is always with you. Your guardian angels, they watching. And angels have more powers than demons. Demons will never beat the angels. Never. So, yeah, when you pray for a hedge of protection, there's fire around you. And that's why they're going to be bothered and all that stuff. And even if they try to do work, it's going to bounce off. Or sometimes they won't even make that attempt because these witches and warlocks also can see, they can feel. And they be like, all right, I ain't messing with him or she. No. That's how deep this gets. So always pray for a hedge of protection. All right? Because I'm telling y'all, there are witches and there are warlocks out here targeting people, especially those who are spiritually carnal, don't know what's up. They're walking past y'all. Alright? They're throwing fluid on y'all. They're taking these needles and they jabbing you to collect your blood, walking past you, maybe pull your hair or do a little quick pinch, and you be like, what the hell was that? And they walking past you while you like this, trying to figure out what the hell was that, and they already got a little sample of your hair. That's how deep this gets, man. So stay in prayer. It's not a joke. It's serious. Magic is real. Witchcraft is real. It's real. So yeah, man. Y'all know what's up already. Stay prayed up. Stay safe. Repent to the Most High. And plug from this matrix. Until the next video.